you got the Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN bundles and blah, 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 blah. In other parts of the world, Disney Plus has like a Star section, which is a lot of what the FX and Hulu content would be here. But we remember a while ago, they announced that they were going to start integrating Hulu right into Disney Plus. And as of today, they've started rolling that out. This comes just from the folks at Variety who wrote the following. Beginning December 6th, the significant majority of Hulu content will be available on Disney Plus in the US for subscribers of both services. Disney's expectation is that by mixing Hulu programming into Disney Plus, customers will spend more time overall watching stuff, thereby cutting down churn. That's the number one problem that all streamers are facing right now is churn. And customer acquisition costs. As Iger said on the company's earnings call last month, next year, the mouse intends to begin promoting Disney Plus/Hulu bundles more aggressively. And that comes to us from Variety. So today, kind of in a beta mode, some people are waking up, opening up Disney Plus, and they're seeing this. Up there in the carousel with Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic, a bunch of you may have noticed now that there's also a Hulu tab.
Ooh.
That within that tab, not everything yet, but the vast majority of the stuff that you can get on Hulu is now right there inside the Disney Plus
I call it the
app.
bad words tab.
They call it the swear jar tab.
Yeah.
The boob tab. That's one they should put up there. You know, and this is good because just the other day we were talking in here and Ray was mentioning that, and I think Jonathan too, is like, it's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes with a lot of streaming services. You got to remember all the logins, all the passwords. You got to jump out of one app, go into another app, different shows. And it's a lot easier when they have like an Amazon model where you can get a lot of these things right within the Amazon four walls, right? For Disney Plus to add this is something that a lot of us have speculated they'd be doing for a long time. Like I said, internationally, they kind of do something like this already with Star. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this evolves. Now, it says that right now this is only going to pop up for people who are both subscribers to Disney Plus and Hulu.
So if you have the bundle.
So if you've got the bundle, like I do, I haven't checked my Disney Plus yet today to see if I got that little tab, but they are starting to slowly roll it out. If you don't have it yet, keep checking in the coming days. You might get it. I wonder if at some point, though, they aren't just going to move towards Hulu is just a part of Disney Plus, and all you got to do is subscribe to Disney Plus. Maybe they start going in that direction. I suspect maybe they will. Maybe they then even integrate ESPN.
They'll have to change their name.
Well, yeah, then they may actually change their name.
Spectrum Cable.
To Spectrum Cable.
How'd that sound?
It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're trying to make more and more streaming services today, instead of being niche things, which is what everybody thought they would be initially, more and more of the streaming platforms are turning into a one-stop shop for everybody. You know, even like Max has now introduced sports, live news, like all this kind of stuff. And it kind of looks like more and more the big streaming services will be bundled, and they're going to be places that have everything. Live news, sports, live shows, aggregated content, licensed content, original content. Basically to what Ray just said. Might as well rename it to Spectrum Cable. It's kind of going to become like this. I, for one, am kind of excited about this, to see it all just integrated in one app. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Quip. Good health starts with good habits, and Quip makes forming good dental habits easy by delivering all of the oral care essentials that you need to care for your mouth. I've already told you guys about their incredible toothbrush that is now my favorite toothbrush I've ever owned, and their mints and gum are amazing. But now I want to tell you about their water flosser. It hits all the right spots with gentle or deep cleaning pressure at the touch of a button. And don't worry about recharging. The cordless rechargeable battery lasts up to 8 weeks with daily use, no bulky charger or dock or tangled cords. It blasts away up to 99.9% of plaque and popcorn from treated areas with precision, thanks to the 360-degree rotating magnetic floss tip that snaps right into place. It's easy to control water flow that leaves you feeling squeaky clean. And the sleek and slim design, it keeps your countertops as clean as your teeth. So guys, if you go to getquip.com/Campea right now, you'll get 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, and water flosser. That's 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water flosser at getquip.com/Campea. Spelt GETQUIP.com/Campea. Quip, the good habits company. Rob, you heard about this. Do you think this type of approach, the other day we talked about Verizon is going to start offering Disney Plus and Max together in a bundle for $10 a month and stuff like that. But do you think stuff like this will indeed help cut down on churn? Because the more stuff that's there, maybe the more likely a user will stick around.
I think you're absolutely right about that. I think it will cut down on churn because, like you said, there's more on offer. Or when you pay your money, you've got a lot more choices, a lot more variety. But here's the thing, John, I've noticed, like with Max, I liked HBO. I like HBO. I like going to HBO and like, here's all your shows and here's your movies and your variety shows or whatever HBO's got going on. Now there's like too much stuff. I'm getting there and I'm like, I don't want that.
Because you've got HBO stuff. You got all the Discovery stuff.
Yeah.
You got now CNN stuff. They've got new sections for live sports. It's becoming that one-stop shop for everything.
I'm like, now I'm back to cable. And it used to be when I turned on HBO Max or when I activated it, I knew I wanted movies or maybe go dip back into their shows. I like turning on HBO and like, I'll watch a couple episodes of Sopranos just to remind me of how much I liked like that Pine Barrens episode or something. And now it's just it's a bunch of stuff one more time. And I feel I'm going to miss the specialization of certain streaming providers. And I guess it's better for content, but now I feel it's a little regressive.
Yep. So in other words, less is more.
Jonathan, can you bring that image back up? With if they can, I think, because I completely agree with you.
But I like this.
Yeah. See, I think if they can, it's all about the user interface, right? Because one of the things that Disney Plus does really well, and they don't do everything really well, but one of the things they do really, really great is the moment Disney Plus opens up, you're presented. Do you want traditional Disney? Do you want the Pixar stuff?
Right.
Do you want Marvel? Do you want Star Wars, National Geographic, or Hulu? And it doesn't feel, unlike the way I feel sometimes when I open up Netflix, I just feel daunted. But when I open up Disney Plus, it's like everything, like a well laid out operating system on your laptop.
Totally agree.
If everything's laid up and organized right, and you feel like you can get right to what it is you're looking for, or the kind of stuff you're looking for, if Max can create a user interface that feels more comfortable with that, because I'll tell you what, I opened up Max the other day, which by the way, is one of my favorite streaming services. I love Max. I do. But I was looking for a particular show Ann and I wanted to watch, and it took me a while going through it. Like I couldn't tell the way they were organizing it.
See, with a bunch of these streaming services joining together, they run into the risk of clutter. Like just cluttering
clutter's
everything.
a big thing.
I mean, I believe by the end of 2025, we're going to have like 4 or 5. That's it left of like just everything packed.
I don't think you're wrong.
On my iPhone, I'm the type that actually tries to organize all his little icons in like sections like business
and folders and stuff like that.
Folders like that. I think all these companies, if they're going to do this, they're going to really need to do a remake of their user interface. I've not picked something on a streaming service because I couldn't find it or because it was so cluttered that I actually went back to my cable just because I was like, I can't find it. So I went back to watching regular TV. They really do need to do an overhaul on all their interfaces, Max, Disney Plus, just to make everything easier for the user to find things.
Well, I mean, if you look at something like a Chromecast, like I use a Google Chromecast TV device, right, on 2 of our TVs. I use Roku on one of them. But the great thing about the Google Chromecast is right from the main home screen of Google Chrome, there's a button on the remote that's the Google Assistant. And all I have to, let's say we just talked about a minute ago, one day at a time. Let's say I was in the mood to check out, now that Norman Lear's passed away, I feel like checking out one day at a time. All I got to do is hold down the button on my remote, say one day at a time. And boom. And Chrome will show me everywhere that I can go watch it. Here's where you can watch it streaming for free. Here's where you can go rent it. Here's what it's a pretty good thing. But again, to the point, it would be good if they can organize them better. But listen, with Hulu merging into Disney Plus like this, they've got the right kind of user interface, and it's going to be interesting to see how this works.
John, to speak to that Hulu interface that gives you like their 5 top shows: Only Murders in the Building, Prey, not the Kardashians, I wouldn't watch that. The
How
Bear.
dare you?
How dare you?
But the thing is, usually when I'm going to a streaming service and I know one of their marquee shows is on it, that's what I want. I'm usually looking for one of those new marquee shows I haven't seen yet, like The Bear is something I just started watching. To see that on that user interface is much appreciated.
Yeah.
That I really like.
All right, guys.
Sex Court TV.
You can't say that out loud.
Sex Court
You
TV.
can't say that out loud sometimes.
All right. Hey, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.